It is a beautiful night here in Baltimore, and all the fans are revving up. Game 2 of the ALCS between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Baltimore Orioles. The Toronto Blue Jays are down 1-0. They lost game number 1, 7-0, but they have hope for tonight. They have hope that they can win a defensive showing tonight here in Baltimore, as game number 2 is about to start. You can see game number 1 was a thorough shellacking by Baltimore, 7-0, which means game 2 hopefully will be closer. Storm Davis will come on for the Orioles, and the Toronto Blue Jays will hope to get to them early. Game 2 of the ALCS coming up next. So here's Storm Davis. He's 1-0 on an ERA of 1.41, 6 1/3 innings pitched. He's only given up 5 hits. His walks and hits and per innings pitched is 111. He has 5 strikeouts and 2 walks. Storm Davis, the pitcher in the postseason, number 34, and here's Damaso Garcia, who's hitting .242, 750 OPS, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, and we're ready to go here in game number 2. So here's Davis now. First pitch from Baltimore, and Garcia will foul that off. Last game he was 0 for 4. The Blue Jays, they had a few hits, but it just wasn't their night. They knew that Baltimore was going to come up with a lot of things, and what a catch by Eddie Murray. And another line drive caught at first base. And here's Garcia, Bunnell, and Mosby. Barfield, Upshaw, Witt, Johnson, Mullenix, and Alfredo Griffin. That bottom got solidified by a lot better hitters here. And Bunnell, who's actually had a red hot last couple times he's been in, will go against Davis. That'll be a strike. And now a 152 average, but he was 0 for the playoffs a few games ago, a couple games ago. The 0-1 to Bunnell. It'll be low, 1-1. 2 for 4 in his last game, a 2 single. ALCS, beautiful. Here in Baltimore, we don't have the Memorial Stadium as a... And that'll be 2-1 with 1 out in the top of the first. We don't have Memorial Stadium here. And that'll be hard on the ground and foul. 2-2. 1 out, top of the first. Struck him out, and down goes Storm Davis, and that'll be 2 out. No, Storm Davis with the strikeout. Sorry, Bunnell goes down. And here comes Lloyd Mosby, hitting .313. Now, usually it was walk Mosby and get to Barfield, but Barfield a little bit better, and Mosby gets a base hit. So 79 speed and a runner on first with 2 outs. Lloyd Mosby right there. Good night. Now here comes Jesse Barfield at 161. Throw back to first, he's safe. Toronto trying to win here and split the series in Baltimore. They play the next 3 in Toronto. They're going to second base. They throw to second, he's safe. So he gets to second. He's got to speed up that windup if he can. And Barfield again hitting 161. That'll be low. Oh. And Davis was wondering where that one was. 2 outs. And Jesse Barfield now up to 161 after going a long time without a hit, but he gets jammed there, hits it to center field long. And that's going to be an out, 3 outs. So they hit the ball all right, but they get nothing out of it. And at the bottom of the first inning, It's Toronto nothing. Baltimore will come to bat. So for Toronto, Jim Clancy, 1-0. Hasn't given up a run. 8 innings pitched, given up 7 hits. 6 strikeouts, no walks. Remember, he was a pitcher when they won 1-0 in game number 2 of the ALCS. And here's Danny Ford at 323. Clancy now, his first pitch will be a ball down low. Boy, he's not getting anything low. And Dan Ford was 2 for 4 with an RBI in his last game. So Toronto now opening up. That's going to be inside 2-0. 2 borderline pitches. And they have to really put that thing in the middle here. The 2-0. Oh, 3-0. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of pitches in this game if they're going to force them to do that. Danny Ford 3-0. It'll be 3-1. 323. Ball 4, and they walk Dan Ford. And Jim Clancy knows that there's nothing more he wants than just to go 1-2-3, but that's not going to happen. And here's Al Bunbury, who's third on the Orioles with a 269 average. Remember, the Orioles just had last series. The Blue Jays had last series plus a wild card game, and that'll be his strike. Last 6 games, Bunbury has come around and scored 4 times. They won last game 7-0. The pitch here inside 1-1. Gary Simmons, Patrick Johnson, Larry Bullard, and James Kingsley, the umpires. It is tough there. You get in a groove around the 3rd, 4th, and 5th inning, but the first inning you feel it. They get back to Clancy. He throws it in the outfield. And now they'll throw to third base, and he threw it in the outfield. It would have been a double play, but Clancy throws it into the outfield. They would have had two outs and nobody on, and here's Eddie Murray. He's tied for the first on the Orioles with 6 RBI, and that could be an epic error on Jim Clancy. And Murray fouls it off 0-1, and now we got a unique turning point here, because if Clancy can get 3 outs and nobody scores, that'll be absolutely enormous. And that'll be a strike on the outside. They didn't like that. So Jim Clancy here in the bottom of the first inning. Oh, what an epic error. The 0-2. Struck him out, and Eddie Murray is wondering why that was a ball to every other batter but him. Oh my. Again, for umpires, it takes a couple innings to settle in. It's one thing to be behind a catcher and see the pregame warm-ups or the whatever, and that's going to be a ball down low. And Cal Ripken is the other batter with 6 RBI. He had 5 RBI in Game 2 of the ALDS and 1 RBI outside then. That's going to be a base hit, and it's going to be 1-0 Cal Ripken Jr., and they'll throw. It'll be first and third now with 1 out. Cal Ripken, his 7th RBI. Very big. Ripken into the outfield, and here's Ken Singleton at 231. First and third, and it'll be inside ball 1. Jim Clancy, a lot of pitches so far. It could have been almost over here. I mean, it was a great base hit by Cal Ripken, but that's going to be fouled off 1-1. Last game, Singleton struck out twice. He was 0 for 4. But Jim Clancy throwing a ball into center field was a big big miss, and that'll be 1-2 to Singleton. I can't believe he threw it into center field. That was so incredibly 1-2, and that'll be high. He jammed him, and that'll be caught. What a catch, and they're not coming home. What a catch by Damaso Garcia, the second baseman. And here comes Baltimore. You have Ford, Bunbury, and Murray. Ripken, Singleton, Steen, Dempsey, Sakata, and Dower. They're down to 250 in the postseason. They only have one 300 hitter. And here's John Lowenstein hitting 208. On the ground, Garcia. They're only going to give up one run. They only gave up one run. Cal Ripken, he's not a Toronto guy. He's a Baltimore guy, and he has the only RBI, a tough base hit here, caused by the error, and it is 1-0 Baltimore. So second inning, Upshaw will come on hitting 308. Now they have 8 innings to try and recover from this. So here's Willie Upshaw hitting 308, a home run, 2 RBI, 977 the OPS. And Storm Davis at 11 pitches in the first inning, and that's going to be a ball 1-0. Last game he scored 3 runs. Last 3 games, he's come around and scored 3 times. Willie Upshaw, and will that drop? No, it won't. 1 out. Lowenstein in left field. And here it is, Lowenstein, Bunbury, and Ford in the outfield. And the infield, third base, Dower, shortstop, Cal Ripken, Len Sakata at second, and Eddie Murray at first, and the catcher's Rick Dempsey. And that's your Baltimore lineup right there. Len Sakata's been really on fire all the time. 1-0 Baltimore here. That'll be low ball 1. Ernie Witt hitting 182, no home runs and an RBI. 455 average. So Ernie Witt is the catcher today for Toronto, and that'll be a strike. The last game he was 1 for 3 with a single. And Davis down, the 1-1. Witt, he fouls it off. It'll be 1-2. So Ernie Witt hitting 182. The 17th pitch by Storm Davis, outside, 2-2. 2-2 with 1 out here in the top of the second inning. Struck him out, but it'll hit the ground, so they got to throw to first. And that's Dempsey to Murray, 2 outs. There you see it. The Phillies lead the Expos after beating them 5-1. 7-0 Orioles in game 1, 5-1 Phillies in game 1. So the Phillies and Orioles might meet again. It might be destiny that they'll always meet in the 1983 World Series. Here's Cliff Johnson now, 286. And Johnson at 286, the pitch. That'll be fouled off, 0-1. So 2 outs, top of the second inning for Davis. It'll be down low, 1-1. 1-1 here in the top of the second inning. Swing and a miss there, 1-2. It's a big game because if Toronto wins and they go back up to Toronto, 1-1, and Toronto's had success at home. It'll be outside, 2-2. Remember, the winner of these series go to the World Series. And it might be a replay of 1983. That'll be to left field, and underneath. That's it for the inning. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Baltimore leading 1-0. Dempsey, Len Sakata, and Rich Dower will be up. Well, Baltimore won game number 1, 7-0, and they got off to an early start in the first inning. A clutch hit Jim Clancy had a chance with a double play, and he threw it into center field. That is a huge play, and that was in the first inning. Now what he has to do, 3 RBI in the last 4 games for Rick Dempsey. Most of that in one game. They have to settle down here. It'll be 1-1. Rick Dempsey with a .240 average. And that'll be over to the right and fouled off. 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. To left field, and it'll hit the ground for a base hit. So Dempsey will get on with nobody out, and he'll be on first. The Orioles looking good here in the second inning. And now Glenn Cicada hitting 167. It might seem low, but he's really picked it up in the last couple games. High pop fly. That's the first pitch. And that was really big for Clancy to get it 1 out. Clancy in the first inning, he knows that he's got to stop Baltimore from scoring. Damaso Garcia. Now here's the defense for Toronto. In the outfield, Bonnell, Mosby, and Barfield. And on the infield, Mullenix, Griffin, Garcia, and Upshaw. And Ernie Witt is the catcher. So Ernie Witt, not Buck Martinez, is the catcher. And here's Rich Dower with 1 on and 1 out. They're batting ninth in the bottom of the second. High pop fly to right field. 2 pitches, 2 outs there, and Jesse Barfield with the catch. He's really picked it up in the last couple games. And here's Danny Ford, who's hitting .323. No home runs and 4 RBI in the series. And here come the Orioles. The Orioles are loving it. Danny Ford at .323. Down low, ball 1, 1-0. Ford, the second round pick. I don't know if he was in real life or not. That's going to be the right field. If it hits, it's fair, it's trouble. He only has 28 speed, so I don't think he's going to score. They throw over the ball boy, and it'll be second and third here in the bottom of the second with 2 outs. Any faster, and they would have scored. And that was big as it goes to right field. Right behind the ball boy. Al Bunbury. And here's Al Bunbury now. So Danny Ford is on second. And Al Bunbury, that's his strike. Now Bunbury reached on the air in the series. He's 0 for 5. As we're starting with that now. So Bunbury 0 for 1 today. He should have been the double play in the first. Clancy, that's going to be a strike. Now we're to 2 strikes. And if they can get the out, Bunbury would be angry at himself. It'll be 1-2. It's all up to Bunbury. If Bunbury gets a base hit, it'll be 3-0. And Baltimore will be looking strong. Clancy's 1 out away from keeping this 1-0. The 1-2, bottom of the second inning. High and fouled away. 1-2 with 2 outs. The 1-2. And this will be on the ground. It could be the first. They got a pitch at first. They tag him. He's out. Barely. And it'll remain 1-0 as we go to the third. Well, we go to the third inning, and Rance Mullenix has not hit all postseason. Not had a base hit, and here's Storm Davis. The top of the third, I mean, he's been due the last 2 games. And that's going to be 1-0. There comes a point, he was 0 for 3 with a strikeout. There comes a point when you say he's due, and then all of a sudden it's like, he might not ever get a hit. He's at that point, it's 2-0. So Davis might walk Mullenix. If he does that, that would be huge for the Blue Jays. Molnix fouls it off. It's 2-1. 1-0. Baltimore has the lead here in game number 2. 3, 4, and 5 in Toronto. It'll be ball 3, 3-1. No road team will go up 2-0. That's going to be a strike again. 3-2 for Baltimore. Nobody out. 3-2, sorry, for Toronto. That's Molnix, and it fouls it away. Molnix now trying to get on with nobody out. The 3-2. Always the leadoff hitter is incredibly important, especially in a one-run game. He fouls it off again. You never know. This umpire sometimes gets picky and sometimes rings them up. And now we're in the 3rd inning, so we got much more of a defined strike zone. And Molnix fouls it off again. That was pitch number 8. This is going to be number 9. Here's number 9 to Rance, and it is ball 4. He did not go, and it'll be a walk to first base. So Weaver looking on. He looks good for Earl Weaver. Storm Davis will go, and here's Alfredo Griffin. Alfredo 464. He's first on the Blue Jays, and that's why I have him in this game. He's a heck of a hitter. So 1 on, nobody out. Davis, and that's going to be a little chopper. Does he have the speed? That's going to be 1, and they're only going to get 1. So a fielder's choice. It's better Len Sakata with a good play. You're cheering, but it's better than a pop-out. And Earl knows that because Damaso Garcia is very fast. He's 0 for 5 in the series. It's better than a pop-out because if you pop out, 75 speed goes in the dugout. And Damaso up the middle, and it's a base hit. And they're going to go to 3rd. Look at this. They're going to try him at 3rd. He's safe. And his helmet falls off. Damaso Garcia. And now there's 2 on for the Blue Jays. There it is, up the middle. Got through 2 players, and that's why if you have, now you have a runner in sacrifice position. That was the other batter then. Bonnell's 0 for 1. He struck out in the first, 147 average. That was the other batter then. It would have. He wouldn't have got to 3rd, and it'll be 2-0. To Bonnell, who's 0 for 1 today. Storm Davis not storming through like he did. Bonnell, is that going to be enough? It comes in. It's a base hit. They're going to come home. They'll throw to 3rd. They might get him. They safe. He's safe. And it's 1-1, and Toronto's tied it. Oh, what a hit, what a hit. That was huge. Bonnell with the RBI, and now we're in the same situation. And now it's 1-1. On the ground, could be 2. They go to 2nd, they go to 1st, but we're tied after the top of the 3rd inning. We go to the bottom. What a hit by Bonnell, but you see the double play. It's 1-1. And what a double play hit into by Willie Upshaw. Here's Eddie Murray. 2 for 4 in this series. 0 for 1 today. Struck out in the first. Double and an RBI. Jim Clancy now in the bottom of the 3rd. That'll be a hit and an out. 1 pitch, 1 out. Here's Cal. 1 for 1, a single and an RBI. Had a huge single. And Clancy threw the ball into center field. That'll be a strike. They don't like that one. Every pitch is just so contested in these. Sometimes in a regular season, you know, you get in a lull. But here, I know these are professional athletes, but here it's just so much pressure. High pop fly underneath. And that's an out, 2 outs. Regular season, you lose a game, you forget about it in a week. In the postseason, you never forget about it. Here's Ken Singleton in the bottom of the 3rd inning. He's 0 for 1 today. Clancy trying to get a quick inning here. And that'll be a ball outside, 1-0. 1 ball, no strike. High and fouls it off, 1-1. Bottom of the 3rd, 2 outs. 38th pitch, it's going to be a strike there, 1-2. Clancy's 1 out away from making this thing 1-1 at the end of an inning. And he did. He struck him out. Struck out Ken Singleton. And at the end of the 3rd, Toronto's tied it at the top, and they held Baltimore in the bottom. It's 1-1. Well, for Toronto, here's Jesse Barfield as Willie Upshaw grounded into that double play, flew out in the 1st. He's 1 for 5 in the series. 1 for 4 yesterday, 0 for 1 today. You know, we knew that this game would be settled down. We knew if it were a blowout, it'd be like 3-0 or 4-1. And we knew it probably wouldn't be 7-0 again. And that's Barfield's going to foul it off again, 0-2. So we know that. We knew that coming in. And he swung at that. They're going to throw to first, and that's 1 out. So 1 out. Barfield will sit down, and here's Willie Upshaw. So it wasn't Willie Upshaw that grounded out. It was the 3rd hitter. I forget who it is. But here's Upshaw now. I think it was Willie Randolph. We'll have to see. Anyway, Upshaw's going to be out, ball 1. Real quick, we're going to take a look at the stats. The box score very quickly was Mosby. Lloyd Mosby that grounded into the double play. 1-0, and that's going to be hit on the ground. What in the world? Oh, Eddie Murray, what in the world are you doing? Just get to first base. You made your pitcher run all the way. That was bizarre. And here's Ernie Witt. 0 for 1. He struck out in the 2nd. He's hitting 167 in the postseason. 2 outs, top of the 4th. That'll be high, ball 1. Ball 1 with 2 outs. And here's Davis now. That'll be on the ground, and this will be it. The bottom of the 4th inning. The score is Baltimore 1 and Toronto 1. So at the bottom of the 4th inning, it's 1-1. John Lowenstein will be up. 6, 7, and 8 hitters will be up. He grounded out in the 1st. He's hitting 200 in the postseason. Baltimore has a 1-0 lead. And Lowenstein to left, line drive, 1 out. Lowenstein a little bit ticked there. But that's the way it is. Running over and makes the catch there, and now you have Rick Dempsey, who's 1 for 1. And here's Rick, it's inside, 1-0 with it out. Dempsey is 1 for 1. He had a single the last time he was up. It's 1-0, bottom of the 4th. And Dempsey, it'll be 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bottom of the 4th inning. And outside, 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike. The bottom of the 4th. 3-1 in the bottom of the 4th with 1 out. On deck will be Len Sakata. So Dempsey 1 for 1 today, trying to stay away. Clancy, and that'll be down low, 3-2. Clancy trying to get the out here. In the bottom of the fourth, trying to make it 2 outs. And on the ground, second, Garcia to first. And he's out. He fell off, but he's out. He fell off, but he is out. And what a play. The throw was not the greatest, but if that would have been an error, that might have been big. But it wasn't, and here's Len Cicada. He popped out in the second inning. Remember, Baltimore's only run came when a double play was botched, and then they ended up scoring. 1-0 to Cicada, who's been really good in the last few games. Cicada, high fly ball, center. Will it hit the ground? Yes, it will. And Cicada gets on again with a single. He's been incredible. And here's Rich Dower. So Rich Dower now, down low, 1-0. He flew out in the second. He's 3 for 4 with a home run and 4 RBI in the series. Think of that. He was 3 for 3 with a home run and 4 RBI in game number 1 in the 7-0 game. 2 outs, the 1-0, and it'll be a strike. He was there. There it is. 3 for 3, a home run and 4 RBI. It was one of the reasons why the Blue Jays, they know they got beat, and he's safe. They got beat, but not as bad, they think, and they will say, because they say, we just pitched Rich Dower wrong. He doesn't do that. It's 3-0. Dower, and that's going to be up the middle on a base hit, so there's going to be 2 on. And they won't go to third. It'll be first and second with 2 out. Towers have been unbelievable in this series. 4 for 5 in the series. He's 1 for 2 today. And now we go to the top of the lineup, Danny Ford, who's 1 for 1 today. Ford, and he swung there, 0-1. He doubled and he scored a run. He's hitting .344. He also walked. 0-1 to Ford. This is big for Clancy at a 1-1 game. On the ground and foul. Now there's 2 strikes. He walked in the first, sorry about that. And then he doubled in the second. And this will be foul again. That ball boy's pretty good. The 0-2 with 2 outs. High pop fly. This will go foul, so it'll be free picking. And is it fair? It's fair, and it's now 2-1. They come home, but it's fair. Oh my goodness, they call it fair. And the Blue Jays are coming out at 2-1 Baltimore. And they got to talk to Clancy. Oh, we got to take a look at that. That was unbelievable. It's where the ball is when it's touched. And Bunbury will take a look at that between innings. So there's 2 outs, and here's Clancy again. And that'll be a strike. He's 0 for 2. He grounded out in the second. A base hit now would make it 4-1. And it would be huge. They're in the bottom of the 4th inning. And a swing and a miss here, 0-2. The 0-2 with 2 outs. Baltimore up 2-1 on a... It's been crazy. The first run was aided by a double play ball thrown into center field by the pitcher. The second run was by a diving catch that went awry, and that's a swing and a miss. And a strikeout by Bunbury. Danny Ford. Let's see, Danny Ford, a high pop fly to right field. And going underneath, look at this. He ran after it. Was it in? I don't know on that one. I got to take a look. Before Cliff Johnson comes up, we got to take a look here. Hits, RBIs, right here, and here it is, and this is the big one. So, hit, and let's see. It's where the ball is. Yep, it is fair. Easily fair. Good call. And a hit off him. So it was a good call. And hits off Jesse Barfield. And we go to the top of the fifth. So here's Cliff. 0 for 1 today. That'll be a strike. In the upper corner, Cliff Johnson, 1 for 3 with a single. Storm Davis, 46 pitches. Number 47, that'll be 1-1. Toronto would love to tie up this series. That'll be on the ground and foul. Sometimes you feel despair because you get down by 1 early, but there's a whole lot of baseball. And Johnson will be high fly ball. And underneath, 1 out. Total runs, it's 9-1, but it was 7-0 in the first game, so you can't really go by that per se. You know, as a home team, here's Rance Mullinick. He walked in the 3rd inning. So it is his first, really believe it or not, official at-bat as he walked in the 1st inning. Rance walks in the 3rd inning. Sorry about that. He was 1 for 3 in his last game. How? That'll be on the ground, and that'll go. He'll throw to first, and he's out. Oh, my. Look at this. Oh, that was big. Rich Dower. Oh, my goodness. Rich Dower, 138 feet. He threw that. And he threw it at 75 miles an hour. That was an incredible play. And here's Alfredo Griffin, who's 0 for 1. It was a fielder's choice. He ended up scoring a run. Remember, he came around. Down 2-1 here in the top of the 5th with 2 outs. And it's going to be, oh, they call that one a strike. The last 8 games, Griffin has scored 4 runs. The 0-2 with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. And that'll be fouled off. Storm Davis, 54 pitches, 37 strikes, 17 balls. Make that 18 balls. 1-2 with 2 outs. The pitch. Oh my, it was right there, and Davis didn't like it. It'll be 2-2 with 2 outs. On the ground and fouled that one back. Again, Davis. The 2-2. Inside 3-2. Garcia's on deck. If Alfredo can get on, DeMarco Garcia's leading off. Oh, he struck him out. And we go to the bottom of the 5th to score. Baltimore 2 and Toronto 1. Here's Eddie Murray. He's 0 for 2, a strikeout and a line out. 2 for 5 in this series. A double and an RBI. 2-1 Baltimore leads. And the pitch here, it's going to be low ball 1. But right now, Toronto's looking, and they're doing well. It's just had 2 kind of flukes. In reality, Toronto's probably thinking that they should be up 1-0. Jim Clancy's error in the first helped. And that's going to be a strike. It helped, and then the diving catch by Jesse Barfield. It goes out of his glove. Barely fair. And that's how we got to 2-1. Well, Toronto had a solid base hit to score. The 3-1. High pop fly center field. And underneath, and that'll be one out. Well, you look at the Blue Jays. I mean, beautiful night here in Baltimore, here in the bottom of the fifth. Here's Cal Ripken with an RBI after the ball was thrown into center field. It was first and third. And a couple batters later, Cal Ripken. And that'll be a strike. So the first guy walked, the second guy got on third. The third guy, I think, struck out. Then Ripken with the base hit. And he's going to get a base hit here as it hits the ground. And Barfield again, it hits him, but he couldn't have caught it. And Cal Ripken again. And here's Ken Singleton. Singleton on the ground, they get it. This will be the second, the first, and they get the double play. Oh my! Ken Singleton on the first pitch. And we go to the sixth inning. It's Baltimore 2 and Toronto 1. Garcia, Bunnell, and Mosby. Damaso Garcia had a single in the third inning, being 257 in the postseason here in the top of the sixth inning. Here comes Damaso. That'll be high ball one. Damaso versus lefties, terrible. Versus righties, he's hitting .462. And that's going to be a strike. Like, seriously, that's unbelievable split. 1-1 in the top of the sixth. That'll be a base hit. He is tearing up right-handed pitching. And Garcia will be on first with nobody out. Putting pressure on. That is really big. Here's Barry Bunnell. He's 1 for 2. So Garcia's at 81 speed. They want to bunt him over. A beautiful bunt, and he'll go to first. They flip it in the air, and he's out. But they get over. It's a sacrifice, 3-1. And here's Lloyd Mosby, who's 1 for 2. So they get over Garcia at second. And Mosby, he's fast. He singled in the first inning. 1 for 2 today. So Davis has to watch out. The tying run is on second. And he hung that one. That's going to be maybe a tied game. He's coming home. They're going to throw, and he's safe. And it's 2-2. And we are tied. The guy that hit into the double play, costing a run, has just earned it back with a pure RBI, and here's Barfield. He's 0 for 2 today, and that's a strike. He struck out and flew out today. 152 is his average. It's 0-1 with an out. That's going to be safe there. So that is huge. Safe again. Davis, 65 pitches. 0-1 with an out. They pitch out. It's 1-1. Barfield, remember, the ball caromed off of him. I'll tell you what, if Toronto wins this game, it's going to be a war for game number 3. It'll be high 2-1. Barfield is 0 for 2 today. If Toronto wins, if not, it's going to be a little more one-sided for the desperation. A swing and a miss here, it'll be 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's a 2-2 game. It's been a good one. That'll be on the ground, and it's caught by Murray from his back. It's going to be tagged, and he's out. Why did he even touch first? Oh, I think he did touch first. That's a double play. And Lloyd Moseby with the base hit in the outfield, and Lloyd Moseby with the RBI. He makes it 2-2. So if you want an explanation on that last play, let's take a look at the previous play. That this thing right now this is a double play. 3 unassisted to 6 on the tag. So what happened here was Eddie Murray went and he caught the ball, and right there, that's going to be an out. See him touching the base with his glove. Now from his back, he knows he has a runner going to second. So he rolls over and he throws it here, and they get the double play by tagging the hand right there, and he's good night. So an odd-looking double play. This has had so many odd plays in it. That's why I love this, and here's John Lowenstein. Lowenstein, and that's a base hit, maybe? No, and it's a base hit, yes. And he dove. He might be able to get him out at second, and he is safe. He's safe, and Lowenstein doubles. What an odd play. Another one. A diving catch, and he couldn't hold on. And then the throw to second, he barely beat him. So now Rick Dempsey, who's 1 for 2. In the bottom of the 6th. That runner on second becomes really big. That's a ball. Dempsey's 2 for 5 in the series. He singled in the second. We're looking at a really, really big high and inside 2-0. 1 for 3 for Rick Dempsey. It's 2-0. Runner on second, nobody out. Clancy trying to get it out here. High pop fly. It's short. I don't know if they're going to go to third. Barfield with the catch kind of juggles it as he gives it to Garcia. And that's going to be 1 out. So they eliminate the double sacrifice there. And here's Len Sakata. 2 for 5 in the series. He's been hot. He hasn't necessarily been all base hits. Purely, he's been bunting also and getting on. The high ball 1. Len Sakata is 1 for 2. The 1-0 with an out. On the ground. They throw to first. They get the out. 2 out. The runner will be on third. My goodness, the bottom of the 6th inning. Rich Dower, 4 for 5 with a home run and 4 RBIs. That'll be fouled off. 0-1. The 0-1 with 2 outs. High and foul back. 0-2. On the ground, Garcia to first, and the Blue Jays survive that one, and we go to the 7th inning. Oh my, 2-2, we go to the 7th. Upshaw, Witt, and Johnson. So here's Willie Upshaw, who's 0 for 2. He flew out and grounded out. In the series, he's 1 for 5. Storm Davis with 69 pitches. So far, we're in the top of the 7th. For Willie in the 7th inning, it's 2-2. And that's going to be a ball inside. Bill Swaggerty and Don Moro Gallo are warming up. So Willie Upshaw batting 5th. And that'll be on the ground. Second to first, one out. It is tense because this is so big. And here's Ernie Witt hitting 154, 0 for 2. He struck out and grounded out. Oh, this is huge. The next three are in Toronto. Toronto wins. And splits here in Baltimore. That would be enormous. Ask Chicago about that. The 0-1, and that's 0-2 quickly to Witt. Davis kind of efficient. 73 pitches, 49 strikes, and 23 balls. 25 or something. And that's going to be down below 1-2 with an out. Top of the seventh inning. The pitch. That'll be on the ground. And this will be 2 outs here as they get Witt at first. 2 outs, top of the seventh. And here we go. And here's Cliff. 0 for 2. He flew out twice. He's 1 for 5 in the series. And Toronto looking for something here. And here's Davis now. And that'll be eyeball 1. Oh, he kind of threw that high. Can't fool him too much there. There's Davis again, the 1-0. And that'll be 1-1. Toronto 2, Baltimore 2. In the top of the seventh inning. On the ground and foul. 1-2, top of the seventh. Cliff Johnson 0 for 2 today. Struck him out, and that'll end the inning. The Orioles go to the bottom of the seventh. It's 2-2. Roy Lee Jackson will come in. 3 games, 0-1 record, 2 2/3 innings pitched. 10.13 ERA, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks. Righties love him, lefties really like him. And here's Danny Ford, who's 2 for 2 with 2 doubles. 4 for 6 in the series, and Roy Lee Jackson hoping to get his ERA and everything down. It'll be to third, and should be easy, 1 out, 1 pitch, 1 out. Wasn't good there, and this is Al Bunbury. Al is 0 for 3, struck out in the fourth. 0 for 7 in the series. He had such a good last series. He's still living off the merits of that, and it's 1-0. Stan Clark and Don Cooper will be in the bullpen right now, and it's 1-0 with an out. Underneath, it'll be 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out, bottom of the seventh. High pop fly to right. And underneath, 2 outs. They have an off day tomorrow. They can save some of these arms and rest up. And here's Eddie Murray, who's 0 for 3. Flew out in the fifth. 2 for 6, a double and an RBI. In the series, 2 outs in the bottom of the seventh. It's 2-2, and that's to right. And that's an easy out. Oh my goodness, what an easy day. I'm wondering if that was 3 pitch, 3 outs. The Mullenix, Griffin, and Garcia will come up. We go to the 8th. Bill Swaggerty, 1-0. 3 innings pitched, 9 ERA, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk. Righties love him, lefties are good with him. And Swaggerty will come in. Here in the top of the 8th inning, Rance Mullenix. He walked in the 3rd inning, he's 0 for 1. 3rd time through the lineup for Toronto, number 4 will be, it's 8-9-1, and that's going to be a strike. You know, Rance is hitting 0, but they said the last game was like 1 for 4, and I'm like, really? The 0-1 right there for him, and it'll be 0-2. Rance at third base making a really good play last inning. The pop-up, those can be hard in the wind. He'll be inside 1-2. 1-2 to Rance. On the ground, and he'll run to first. He doesn't have the speed. Cal to Murray, and he's safe. He drops him off. And Rance will get on with an error, and Cal Ripken. Oh, what a big error by Cal. And Rance is saying, I can make that play. And he drove him off. Oh, my. And that'll be a bunt there, 0-1, as Alfredo Griffin will come on. 4:33. And that'll be on the ground. They're going to throw to second, and they get one. I don't know if that was to advance the runner. Of course, they were trying to. But, you know, that was to avoid the double play. I'm thinking that was more to avoid the double play. Because when you got a 75 on, and again, that's the second time he hit into a fielder's choice, and he's on first. And Rance walked, and then Rance gets out on a fielder's choice, and he ends up scoring. Now he bunts, Rance gets out, and Garcia's up again. Garcia's 2 for 3. Again, against right-handed pitchers, he's hitting 4 of 50. He's been tearing it up against righties. Lefties, not so much. 1-1 with one out and on first. So here's Garcia now. And Amato, this should be 2. There's 4-6-3, and they get him, and that's the end of the inning. Oh, we go to the bottom of the 8th. Cal, Ken, and John. And in pitching is Stan Clark. 5 games, no record. 4 1/3 innings pitched, no saves, no opportunities. 1 strikeout, 1 walk. Righties absolutely adore the guy, and lefties hate him. So here's Ripken, 2 for 3, 2 singles, and an RBI. The other guy pitched, Roy Lee Jackson, 3 pitches, or 4. And Ripken fouls that off, 0-1. Bottom of the 8th inning. Baltimore trying to win this game and go up 2-0. High into center field. And that's going to be a catch, 1 out. Lloyd Mosby with the catch. You can see the starters. Davis with more innings pitched. Tied in runs, tied in earned runs. Clancy more hits. They tied in walks. And Davis had more strikeouts. Here's Ken Singleton, 0 for 3. That'll be outside, 1-0. 0 for 3 is Ken. And Stan Clark, a swing and a miss here, 1-1. 1 out, bottom of the 8th, nobody on. 9th inning will be like an extra inning. That'll be a strike. Stan Clark. Fouled it off there. Singleton. Stan Clark trying to do his job here and get 2 outs. It'll be 2-2. And he reached for that one, still 2-2 with an out. The 2-2. High and fouled that back. Still staying alive is Ken Singleton. He's 0 for 3 today. Clark. And that'll be foul. The 2-2 again. 3-2. Lowenstein is on deck. This is how you get runs right here, is you stay alive. And he swung, he knew it. He went after that one. It was ball 4 outside, and he helped Stan Clark out 2 outs. And here's Lowenstein. 1 for 3, doubled in the 6th. Clark wants to get out of this inning. That's going to be a swing and a miss, 0-1. Had trouble with the last batter, and now quickly 0-2. Clark might get Lowenstein in 3 pitches. No, 1-2, down low. 1 for 3 today. 2-2, bottom of the 8th. And fouls it off. 1-2 again, bottom of the 8th inning. Struck him out, and that's it. We go to the top of the 9th. Toronto 2 and Baltimore 2. Barry Bonnell is 1 for 2. Bonnell fouls it away as we start the 9th inning. Very big for Toronto. If Toronto gets a win, and that'll be nearing first base, Murray will step on first, 1 out. If Toronto gets a win, there's Storm Davis first. 7 innings pitched, gave up 5 hits, gave up 2 run, both earned, struck out 5, walked 1, and 79 pitches. Well, Toronto wins, they'll split the series and go home for 3. That'll be right field and deep and 2 outs. Danny Ford with the catch. And now we got 2 outs. Ford had to go back, and it was a little bit of a sprint, but he got there early. And here's Jesse Barfield, who's 0 for 3. And that's going to be a ball down low, ball 1. Grounded out in the 6th in the series. He's 1 for 7. Oh, he was trying for the fences on that one. 1-1 to Barfield. And again, that's going to be a base hit. It'll go. And Ford will stop it. It's a single, though. He won't let it get to the wall to be a double. Jesse Barfield, it's looking good. So here's Dave Collins. He's a pinch runner. Unique decision here. Willie Upshaw, low, ball 1. Grounded out in the 7th inning. He's 0 for 3. 1 for 6 in the series. Flaherty, and that's going to be a strike. So I don't know, a unique sort of decision to put a pinch runner in and take Barfield out. 2-1. And he goes, they throw, and he's safe. That's why they put him in. They're gambling on this. They're gambling. Now it's a 2-2 to Willie Upshaw. Base hit, and Toronto will lead. On the ground, Cal to Eddie. Oh, and it hits the ground, but he's out. And we go to the bottom of the 9th. We're still tied at 2. Dempsey, Sakata, and Auer. So now we got Dave Collins in right. And Don Cooper will be in. 4 games, 0-1. 3 innings pitched, 15 ERA. No strikeouts, 3 walks. He's hitting, I think righties hate him and lefties love him. The other way around, I didn't get down to the bottom. But here's Rick Dempsey. And high ball 1. Dempsey is 1 for 3. And he's dangerous. Dave Giesel will be in the bullpen here. The first batter is so much. Every batter for the Orioles in this inning will represent the winning run. It'll be 2-0. Every batter and lead runner will be the winning run. Trying to win it and go up 2-0. That'll be to right field. If it's fair, it's trouble, and it is fair. It's fair. It's barely hits, and another one for Rick Dempsey. The same thing happened a couple innings ago when it went off Barfield, and Dave Collins couldn't get to it. Oh, was that even fair? Oh, we got to take a look at that. Oh, we got to take a look at this to replay the previous play. And here we go. Yep, it is fair. It is fair. Yeah, it is fair. It hits the line. And when it hits the line, it's fair. That's unbelievable. You want to talk about luck? You need luck to win a series. It's close. But right now, here's Len Sakata. They want a bunt. It's on the ground. Sakata, they'll throw to second and get the out. 1 out. They got the lead runner. So it didn't work as planned. So Sakata, he has 66 speed, though. And here's Rich Dower. Dower singled in the fourth. I believe that was the guy that hit it in the right field. It was somebody else. It was, Rich Dower that hit it in the right field, I believe, and that's going to be a strike. 0-1, but anyway, the winning run is on first. And the pitch, it'll be 1-1 down low, Don Cooper. And it's the bottom of the 9th inning. Toronto 2 and Baltimore 2. They throw to first, and he drops it. He dropped it. He would have got it, but he dropped it at first. Oh, my. Who knows? That could be an error. 1-1 with 1 out. And it'll be 2-1 inside to Rich Dower. Don Cooper, double play, ends the inning. The 2-1 with 1 out to Dower. That's a strike. Now they're down. Dower's down to his last strike. It's 2-2 with 1 out with 1 on first base. Bottom of the 9th, we're tied in game number 2. Struck him out, and it'll be 2 out. Struck him out here, and that is amazing there. And now, here's Dan Ford. 2 for 3. And down low, ball 1. 2 doubles, an RBI, and a run. If he hits a double here, it would be 2-0 Orioles in the series. Winning run at first. Dan Ford against Don Cooper, and that's a strike. 1-1 with 2 outs, 1 on. Sakata on first. They throw back, he's safe. So Sakata still on first. They're looking at him. He might go any pitch. He goes down. He calls a strike, and he is out at second. Good night. So Dan Ford will start off. Oh, my goodness, so close. It looked like he might have been safe, but they call him out. We go to the 10th. Here's Ernie Witt. He grounded out in the 7th inning. He's 0 for 3 today, and here's Swaggerty. And first pitch, Witt, a base hit, and he gets on. So Ernie gets on with nobody out on the first pitch. Ernie, oh my. Oh, so big. And Ernie gets on. It was a sinker. And now Cliff Johnson 0 for 3. Cliff wants to bunt. He does. And he will just try to tag him, and he does at the last moment. It looked like he was going to go to second, and he tagged him, and that's going to be 1 out. It's a sacrifice. They get Witt to second. He's a catcher, so you can't really pinch run for him. And even though you have Buck Martinez on deck, here's Rance Mullinax, who's 0 for 2. And he walked. Rance again. Barehanded. They get him out. 2 outs. Barehanded. And oh, that's big for Rance. Rich Dower again. And here's Alfredo Griffin. He's 2 for 6 in the series. Here in the top of the 10th. 0 for 3 today is Griffin. Ball 1 inside. Witt is going to have to hustle to get home. If he does, then Toronto will be celebrating. Outside 2-0. An upset there, 2-0. Inside 3-0, Griffin might walk. There is 2 outs, and Damaso Garcia would come up. Damaso can easily hit in Ernie Witt. The 3-0. And he takes that for a strike. 3-1. Oh, this is big. Oh, and a strike there. So they got Griffin full with 2 outs. And you know he's not going to be running because if they walk, they can throw him out at third. Ball 4, and Alfredo Griffin walks. So there's going to be 2 on with 2 outs. And here's Damaso Garcia, 2 for 4, 2 singles and a run. 270 with 2 home runs and 4 RBI in the postseason. This is really big. Top of the 10th. Swaggerty. Outside ball 1. He's going to pitch to Garcia. And it'll be 1-0. To Garcia, the pitch right down the middle. This is to left field. If it hits, and it will be caught. Oh, what a catch in left field. Oh, Lowenstein. John Lowenstein, what a catch. Oh my goodness, and he tripped over his feet. Well, the Blue Jays right fielders have not caught theirs. But here's Dan Ford again. Dan will lead off because of the runner stealing last inning, and Don Cooper. 12 pitches now, and that'll be a strike to Danny Ford. The advantage is Ford has already seen Cooper in his pitches. So he knows what's coming at him in the speed, and that'll be a strike though he lets 2 go by. The 0-2 to Dan Ford. And that'll be on the ground. Garcia, Damaso Garcia, the first, and that's 1 out. 2-2, Toronto and Baltimore. 0 for 4 is Al Bunbury. 0 for 8, he flew out in the inning, and that'll be high and inside, ball 1. 1-0 with 1 out. Down low, 2-0. To Bunbury. He's having a difficult series so far, even though it's game number 2. He's 0 for 4 today. He's having a hard game. And Cooper right down the middle, 3-1. So nobody on and 1 out. Bunbury's 0 for 4, and he'll head it to left field right there, and 2 out. Catch there, a good one, and here's Eddie Murray, who's 0 for 4. He flew out in the 7th inning. He's averaged 267. Bottom of the 10th. And that's going to be ball one. Eddie Murray, you remember in Detroit, he really turned that series around. He tied up the game in Game 3 in the 9th inning, and they ended up winning in extra innings. Otherwise, they would have gone to a Game 7. And it'll be 2-1. Toronto trying to take this one from Baltimore. If Toronto does, they go back to Toronto. It's a big Game 3. But that's a base hit for Eddie Murray, and it's a single. So 1 on with 2 outs. The winning run is on first. And Eddie Murray from the top here. Just a solid base hit. And here's Cal. You got to be careful with Cal Ripken. He's the type of guy, the at-bat won't start till 2 balls, 1 strike, but this is to center field. Back into the warning track, and he's out, and we go to the 11th. Oh, I thought it was going to be, oh my goodness, everybody's heart stop. Bonnell, Mosby, and Collins will come up in the 11th.
Your attention, please.
The pitcher, Dan Morogallo. 3 games, 2 2/3 innings pitched. Righties love this guy. Lefties hate him. He doesn't have an ERA. There's an ERA of 0. And here comes Bonnell. Barry Bonnell. A single and an RBI, hitting 167 for his average. Barry Bonnell, 1 for 3, and here we go. First pitch here in the 11th. Bonnell, and that's a base hit. So he'll get on with first pitch. And he gets on first with a single. We got people getting on base here, and here's Lloyd Mosby. Dan Morogallo not doing the best in the world. Not the best first pitch. They might try and move him. Are they going to bunt with Mosby or not? He's stealing. He had a slow windup. They throw to second. It's a high throw, and he's safe. And the leading run is on second base. A slow windup. Morogallo's got to speed it up. That was the strike, though, on Mosby. So Mosby, it's the 0-1. And on the ground, it'll be picked up. Second to first, 1 out. And they move him to third. So Toronto has their runner on third base with 1 out. And that makes it very big for Dan Collins, who's in for Lloyd Mosby, for Jesse Barfield. Remember, Jesse Barfield was pulled out for a pinch runner, and it didn't materialize. So here comes Dave Collins. And this is his first, I think, postseason at-bat. Morogallo, and that's his strike. Collins, yeah, that's his first postseason at-bat. What a pressure situation, a fly ball, and Collins is a hero. And it's 1-1. They have 1 out. Here in the top of the 11th inning. Runner on sacrifice position. Swing and a miss, and a strike again. Bonnell on third. He wants to be hit home or sacrificed home. The 1-2 for Collins. And that'll be a hit to right field and a base hit. It's 3-2 Toronto. And Toronto takes a 3-2 lead. Oh, look at him. He's Dave. Who in the world is Collins? Dave Collins. Who in the world is he? Comes in and gets one of the biggest base hits of the Toronto Blue Jays franchise. Who is the guy? He almost got picked up there. Collins, oh my goodness. What an incredible position. A solid base hit, 1 out. He's going to steal a pitch out. They throw to second. He's going to be safe. Dave Collins. Great games, and you can never tell. You can never tell in great games who's going to be great. A lot of times the stars are neutralized, and people like Dave Collins And it's 2-0. The irony is Barfield might not have gotten that hit. That's unbelievable, man. I'm telling you, that is unbelievable. 2-0. And a strike there, 2-1. With an out. Willie Upshaw is 0 for 4. So Collins is on second, a swing and a miss here. They got one to take a 3-2 lead on Baltimore. Here in the 11th, Dave Collins. And a hit here. Oh, he's got to get back. That'll be a quick out, 2 out. He stole on that with the hit and run, and Lowenstein with the out. And now Ernie Witt, he singled in the 10th inning. If he gets a single here, he's going to be a hero in Toronto. They'll give him an insurance run. But Dave Collins is a hero. Who is Dave Collins? And that's a strike. Ernie Witt. And that's going to be a strike again. Witt is 1 for 4. The 0-2. Outside 1 and 2. Witt is 1 for 4. Dave Collins can't believe it with the lead. The 1-2. Swung and a miss, and we go to the bottom of the 11th. Let's see what they can do. Dave Collins, who is he? His first at-bat of the postseason is one of the biggest for the Blue Jays.
Your attention, please.
Reminds me a lot of Dave May in the Champions League. Dave Giesel will come in. 3 saves, 3 opportunities. Righties and lefties hate him. He has 1 strikeout, no walks, 2 2/3. 3 games, 3 saves, 3 opportunities. He's trying to go 4 for 4 in saves, and here's Ken Singleton. In the bottom of the 11th inning, Dave Giesel. A swing and a miss here, 0-1. Giesel looking to try and get another save here. Would be his 4th of the postseason. The 0 for 4. Down low, and this should be out. Garcia to first. 1 out. And that's going to be 1 out there. And the way away. Here's John Lowenstein. He doubled in the 6th. He's 1 for 8 in the series. With a double, I can't believe this would be a major upset if Toronto wins. A big upset, and it'll be a strike there. Baltimore had a 1-0 lead. They could have made it more. Toronto held early. And that'll be a hard shot and a base hit. So Lowenstein is on first. Oh, how big that is. They could have been more in the first inning, but they couldn't get more in the first inning. And that kind of fruitfulness never followed him. Here's Rick Dempsey. Winning run is at home. Dempsey, 1 out. And that'll be a ball down low. 2 for 4. Today, 2 singles, 3 for 7 in the series. He was 1 for 3 in the last game, game number 1. The 1-0. Outside 2-0. First batter out, second batter a base hit. And now the third batter is Rick Dempsey. He's 2-0. And it'll be a hard shot to right and foul, 2-1. Two and 1 with 1 out. The pitch is low and it's 3-1. Len Sakata will be on deck. Oh, this is big for the Blue Jays. Giesel, this is so big in his for the Blue Jays here. It's going to be fouled off, 3-2. It's a full count. Giesel trying to nail down Rick Dempsey. And if he can, that'll be huge. The 3-2 with one out. On the ground, could be two. It's an error! It's an error! It was a double play to end the game! It's an error! Oh my goodness, it's an error at first! Oh, they called a base hit! Oh, they called a base hit! That was not a base hit! And Len Sakata now, he's 1 for 4. 2 on with 1 out. And that'll be high ball 1. Giesel had the hit he wanted to. And he had the hit he wanted to. That was a double play. And it got by first. It scored a base hit. That's an insane scoring decision. And it'll be 1-1. The Orioles have left 10 on and the Blue Jays 9. This has been one heck of a game. One heck of a game. The Blue Jays trying to win here. If they win here, then they would have split the series. We go to Exhibition Park. Side 1-1, high pop fly underneath. Here comes the catcher, and that's going to be an out, 2 outs. And oh, Len Sakata upset with himself, and a good catch by Ernie Witt. And now they're down to their final out, Rich Dower. If Dower gets a base hit here, then they'll tie it up. But it's all up to Rich Dower. Here's Dave Giesel. He gets a humongous out. Giesel now. And this is hit to left field, coming in, and it's going to be the out, and the Blue Jays have won the game. The Blue Jays have won, and they have tied the series at 1. And Dave Giesel is 4 for 4 in save opportunities, and the Blue Jays and Altobelli, the manager for the Baltimore Orioles, can feel that one. Dave Altobelli, I think it was. And Toronto wins the game 3-2. What a game. What an absolute game. What a great game. And the Toronto Blue Jays get out of this. They're celebrating. And Baltimore was so close. And we go to Toronto for 3 games. And it's going to be crazy. No more blowout baseball. A 3-2 win, and you can see here here it is. That was Cal Ripken making it 1-0 early. They had a chance to go up more, but this was a double play later on. And then right here, Collins, Dave Collins. Who in the world is Dave Collins? And Moragallo strikes out Ernie Witt. But then right here, the catch in left field, and you better believe they're celebrating. So let's take a look at the box scores here. For Toronto, they had 3 batters. The first, second, and third batters all had multiple hits, and they were the only one. And the bottom of and for pitching, Clancy was okay. He was good, but everybody else was incredible. Jackson, Clark, Cooper. Cooper will get the win. He's 1-1, and Giesel gets the save as 4. And now for the Baltimore Orioles, you have 4, 2 for 4. Ripken is 2 for 5. Lowenstein 2 for 5. And Dempsey 3 for 5. Pitching, Davis is 7 innings. And Swaggerty was good, and Moragallo gets the loss, though. The pitcher analysis real quick with the Blue Jays. For everybody, they threw 138 total pitches in 11 innings. Here was Clancy with 76. Giesel with 15. Cooper with 25. And Jackson with 5 pitches. That's it. And Clark with 17. They all worked together. That was pretty good. And for the Orioles, that's everybody. And you had Davis here. Moragallo, 16. Swaggerty. And that's everybody here. For the batters, let's take a look. Okay. So Here's Baltimore. As you take a look, let's analyze things. Toronto has just tied up the series, and they got 3 at home. For Baltimore, it's going to be tough for them. What they want to do is they got to win one game. They have to. If they win one game, then they will be up. And we go to the Blue Jays here. They win one game, then they'll get 2 at home. 6 and 7. We know that. If the Blue Jays can sweep at home, they go to the World Series and don't have to come back to Baltimore. But it is one game apiece. And the Blue Jays an incredible 11th inning win. And that's going to be it. That is it for us. 3-2 a win. Dave Collins, the player of the game. Who's Dave Collins? Dave Collins got off the bench and he didn't realize what the heck he was doing, and he just got on the bench. Incredible. Incredible. There you see the playoffs here. Baltimore and Toronto tied at 1. Philadelphia and the Expos will play game 2 in Philadelphia. That should be good. You take a look at the schedule. And you can see Philadelphia and the Expos will be the next game. 3-2 Toronto wins. Philadelphia won game number 1 5-1, just like Baltimore won big. So you know the Expos are coming after Philadelphia. Gullickson against Denny. And 2 good pitchers there. That could be a good pitched game. Very good. That's it for us today. We'll see you next time. What a game, 11 innings. I hope all of them are like this. It'll be a heck of a series.